going on, guys? It is Rinne-Hatake here, back with another video, and today I got What If Naruto had Dragon Slayer Powers Part 1. So hopefully you guys do enjoy this new series that I'm gonna make. Hopefully you guys do enjoy. If you guys do enjoy, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on another new video. But with all that being said, let's finally begin this What If scenario. So where I'm gonna start this off is at Naruto's birth. Everything would be the same for Naruto's birth, but the only other difference is Naruto's appearance. He would look more frail and sickly, and that's because he is. And it's because Naruto has some unknown disease that the ninjas in this world aren't able to heal, even with their advanced healing jutsus. Even Tsunade wouldn't be able to cure this disease, and this disease would end up causing Naruto to, have a shortened lifespan. And he wouldn't even be able to get past the age of 3 or so. So Naruto is basically deteriorating really quickly. He's gonna die within the age of 3. So he wouldn't even live his life to the fullest at that point. So them not knowing this and all that would try their best to heal Naruto, because Minato would ask them this because Naruto looks so sickly. And Minato would fear that his son might die here and now, so he asked them to start healing Naruto. As some of them start to, or were about to, Obito then comes in and picks a fight, and then takes Naruto away for a few seconds, placing bombs on him, and distracting Minato in the process, and takes Kushina to basically free the Nine Tails. He ends up freeing the Nine Tails, and the events of canon happen accordingly. But the only other difference is Naruto wouldn't get all of the Nine Tails. He wouldn't get like half the Nine Tails as he did in canon. Since Minato, seeing Naruto's kind of pitiful state, he wouldn't dare give him like at least half of the Nine Tails, since half of it probably would be too much for Naruto with his current, state. His body is so frail, his body probably wouldn't even be able to take that much power. So Minato would split the Nine Tails, again, giving Naruto at least 25% of Kuruma's full of power, or 25% of Kuruma's power, giving the other 25% to Kushina, so Kushina could live, but him taking the other half with him, or the 50% with him. As Minato would end up dying, Kushina would end up living in this version, or in this timeline. But Naruto, even just 25%, would shorten his lifespan again, cutting it down, since the Nine Tails' power is like super overpowered. You saw how just a drop of Nine Tails chakra was extracted from Naruto in Naruto the Last, and it blew up like a massive hole in the moon. Yeah, imagine 25% of that leaking out. That would be pretty dangerous. So yeah. Naruto's lifespan would kind of be shortened a little more, and Kushina wouldn't really notice this, but she'd still think that Naruto's life is still in danger because of how sickly he is. Because like, just looking at him, you'd think he'd die already. So Kushina is still very worried, even though it's kind of over now. But she'd remember or think back to what the Lady First would say, like the first Hokage's wife would say. As the first Hokage would give her, or the first Hokage's wife would give her, like, a gift, since, she's an Uzumaki as well. She would give, little Kushina a gift, because, she was still a new person in the Leaf Village, and everyone bullied her, or not just yet, but everyone was going to bully her. She gave her a gift, and told her that it's a welcome gift. It's a red earring. It was an earring that had a red stone, like a red stone on it, and she'd say that it's a legendary stone that Hashirama found when he was doing his travels, when he still had when the Leaf Village wasn't even built yet, right? So Hashirama would be going around traveling and all that, and he'd still had to face the Uchihas and all that, but he ended up finding it in some sort of cave area when he was out one day. Stumbled upon it coincidentally. So yeah, it was all coincidence that he'd find this magical stone, and Hashirama would read about this stone in an ancient textbook that he found within that cave as well, saying that this will grant healing to the body if the body is very sickly and would grant them extraordinary power. So that's what she would tell him, or that's what Lady First would tell Kushina, but would skip the "will give you incredible power" or unspeakable power part. Just say that it will heal sicknesses and something like that. Just say that. She'd just say that. So Kushina would end up believing her. At this point, that's the only thing she can do. Believe what Lady First would say, or else your son might die at a very young age. So she believed what she said, and quickly took Naruto to, Minato, or them and Minato's house. So yeah, she'd quickly go there, and place Naruto in the bed, saying, "I'll be right back, Naruto." As she would look around the house, basically flipping the whole house upside down, just trying to find where she'd left this red earring. As she remembers where she places it or placed it, she found it and took it out the box that she had it in, and quickly tried to place it within Naruto's ear. But she forgot that Naruto, doesn't really have a piercing, so she kinda basically pierced Naruto's left ear and placed the earring within it, and would use her novice amount of healing jutsu that she knows, since she's learned a little bit of it, but it isn't the best. So yeah, she'd learn a little bit, and she isn't the best at it, but she'd heal Naruto's ear a bit to the point where it doesn't bleed anymore, and Naruto would look a little less sickly. As a bright red light would shine from Naruto's body would emit steam, as his he looked really frail and skinny, but after the earring was attached to his left ear, his body would grow a little bit more mass, looking more like a normal child. He'd grow a little more mass, and that's complete plot armor, because I'm not sure how this whole thing works, but I'm certain that's not how it works, but we're gonna cover it with plot armor. But this thing I'm going here is the same thing that Loxus had going for him. Since he was a sickly child, as, that guy from the guild would say, Makarov, I think that was his name. I do apologize if I butchered his name. But yeah, that guy, his grandpa, would say that he was sickly, and, they had to save him, so they gave him a lightning dragon stone. That's what this is. But it's a fire dragon stone that basically helps Naruto gain the abilities of the fire dragon, Igneo, and would help him stay alive. So now we move from this, as those are the events that happened and changed Naruto. So he won't have half of the Nine Tails. He just have a quarter of the Nine Tails at this point, which is still a lot of power for for Naruto, but it wouldn't be enough to basically push him to KCM2 and split chakra with everyone. Yeah, he wouldn't be able to do that in this timeline. But anyways, we move from this. As Naruto would grow up as a child, he wouldn't get bullied as much anymore, or wouldn't get bullied at all, because of Kushina. Kushina, informing Danzo, not Danzo, because Danzo's untrustworthy or not trustworthy, but Hiruzen, and telling him that not a word, nothing should be spread. As she was very adamant about this, and Hiruzen, she's gonna respect her wishes this time, unlike he did in canon, when Kushina literally begged him to take care of Naruto. What did this man do? He gave him an apartment as a 4-year-old, and gave him very, very little amount of money, and just gave him ramen. So yeah, he'd take better care of Naruto this time. Not actually taking care of him, but making sure the word was not spread that he was the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, and saying that Kushina was still the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, so nothing would basically be spread about Naruto. So Naruto would still have somewhat of a normal childhood, and wouldn't be as lonely because he has a mother this time. That will basically be his emotional pillar, his emotional support. But anyways, we move from this, as Naruto entered the academy at the age of 4 or 6, let's say 6. At the age of 6, he'd enter the academy, and would do everything he did in canon. But this time, Naruto would learn, would actually be a lot more, physically athletic. He'd be more athletic in this timeline. Reason being is, Let's just say, yeah, the fire dragon stone that is in his ear or his earring basically gives him a strength boost as well. Gives him a boost in strength. I'm pretty sure it doesn't do that in Fairy Tail, but in this timeline, let's just say it gives him a little boost. It's not gonna be like insanely overpowered that his physical strength is that on par with the Ninetales. No, I'm not gonna do that. But let's just say it gives him a bit of a boost, so he's a little more athletic. So he just has a better first step. But anyways, we move from this. As Naruto grows up with his mother and is now basically grows up with his mother and would get taught a lot of things by his mother. No, learning about his father, basically learn about his father being the fourth Hokage, and him being the son of the fourth Hokage, and him learning what his father learns, and stuff like that. And since Naruto is the son of the fourth, and people would actually know this, so as I was saying, Naruto would learn things about his father and stuff like that. Learning things that his father would know. Actually, no, let's take it back. Naruto would learn about his father and would take a good interest, or like would take an insane interest in his father's jutsus and things his father would learn. And this would kind of influence Naruto to try be better than his father, to try be the strongest, and to basically become the most powerful person there, or to become the Hokage like his father was. So yeah, we move from this. As Naruto would, start training harder than he ever did before, even with his insane physical strength that he's basically gotten because of, because of the Fire Dragon Stone that kind of boosts his strength and all that. He decides to train his physical body, improving his physical overall shape so he can become stronger and learning different fighting styles. As he trained from a young age and started improving his skills, and he'd have more skills of a ninja or increase his skills of being a ninja as well. Ninjas would use shurikens and all that, and Naruto was not proficient at all with shurikens or kunais, so he'd try try improving his shuriken jutsu and using kunais. He'd improve on that and many other things. So Naruto would begin training even harder, and he'd be able to test his abilities against Sasuke at the academy over and over, as Naruto would win every now and then, and Sasuke would win some as well. So those two are known as like the big two, or like big rivals of each other. They're known as rivals, as Naruto and Sasuke would acknowledge each other as rivals. And Sasuke would, seeing as Naruto is there to push him to become stronger, would also try his hardest at everything, would always try to beat Naruto at everything, test grades and all. And Naruto was not the brightest kid, but with his mother there, his mother would try tell him to at least study every now and then. Just 2 hours a day would be fine. So Naruto would be a bit smarter, but would never get the highest test grades. It was always Sasuke or Sakura at the top of the class, but in education, that is, education-wise. But in physical education, Naruto was dominant, supreme in that area. He'd remain the top dog, and would end up, as he graduates from the academy, would end up being known as the Rookie of the Year instead of Sasuke. As they did have their brawl, and Naruto did improve, Naruto and Sasuke would have their fight, and Naruto would body slam Sasuke, as Naruto would have kept his techniques hidden since he was training in the woods, and kept this from his mother as well. As his mother was watching him and Sasuke have this fight, she was kind of worried about Naruto, since Sasuke was an Uchiha and has like the Sharingan abilities and all that. And yeah, she was kind of worried about Naruto, but she still, was supportive of Naruto. But anyways, we move from this. As Naruto and Sasuke begin their fight, as Iruka would say, Hajime, or begin, as both of them would dash towards each other, as they'd clash in the middle and step back, as they create a mini shockwave, as both of them would get into a taijutsu bout. Honestly, Naruto would begin smacking Sasuke around in this taijutsu bout, since Naruto, is more proficient in taijutsu than Sasuke is, since he's trained his physical body and trained more with taijutsu. So yeah, Naruto would begin slamming Sasuke in taijutsu. And Naruto is more beefier and or tankier, more tankier than Sasuke. What I mean by this is he's got insane durability. So even though he takes hits, like let's say Sasuke gives him like hits him once or 3 times, Naruto would tank all of that and come back, doubling the amount of hits Sasuke would give him. So Sasuke's taken way more damage than Naruto is. But as Naruto and Sasuke are finishing up their taijutsu bout, Naruto would back away saying, "That was fun while it lasted, but let's finish this off, Sasuke." As Naruto would like put his 2 arms like in an X position in his chest, and then would basically get into a combat stance yet again, like repositioning himself in a combat stance, and then he'd say, "Now I'm all fired up. Let's do this." As he looks towards Sasuke with that grin in his face, as he dashed towards Sasuke, pulling one of his arms back, as he basically tighten his fist or like clench his fist on that pulled back arm, and he basically yells, "Fire Dragon! Iron Fist!" as his fist would basically begin to burn as flames would cover his whole fist. As Sasuke would widen his eyes, saying, "What? A fire style jutsu?" In his hands? What jutsu is this? I've never heard of that before. As Sasuke wouldn't have enough time to dodge, as he just try block it. As he tries to block it, he'd feel an insane force hitting him. As he would feel an insane force hit him. As even as he blocked it, he would still feel an insane amount of force. As the flames would also burn him as he gets pushed back, as he almost gets knocked out the circle with that one strike, but he managed to use the substitution jutsu to save himself. As Sasuke would say, "Fire style jutsu, huh? Us Uchihas are super proficient in using fire style jutsus. Watch and learn, Naruto." As he'd basically make the hand signs for the fire style fireball jutsu, he'd finish up and say, "Fire style fireball jutsu," as he'd blast a massive fireball straight towards Naruto. As Naruto would smile, saying, "That looks like a scrumptious snack," as Naruto would begin sucking in the air, going as the flames begin to, Sasuke's flames began to get eaten by Naruto. As Naruto basically just eats up Sasuke's flames, as everyone watching was so shocked, even Kushina, as she says, "What? Naruto hasn't shown me this before. I didn't know he could eat fire." She wonders how this is even possible, like eating flames? But Naruto would eat up his flames, saying, "That was delicious. Now let me show you how you truly use fire." As Naruto would basically get ready, as he would say, "Fire Dragon! Fire Dragon, roar!" As he'd basically roar as a massive flame, like a massive blast of flame would basically begin to get sent towards Sasuke's direction. As Sasuke would widen his eyes, saying, "Impossible!" As he'd get blasted with that fire dragon roar, as it wasn't like overly powerful enough to kill Sasuke, Naruto would hold back, of course, since this was a pretty powerful attack that could kill Sasuke. He'd just make it strong enough to push him out the arena and knock him out. As Naruto would see Sasuke out of the ring with burn marks all over him, as Naruto would smile, saying, "Yeah! Take that, Sasuke!" As he'd pump his fist in the air, saying, "I win!" As he would take the title of Rookie of the Year, like I've said before. But anyways, we move from this. As Naruto, the next day, would arrive at the academy and would get placed in a team. The team would be Team 7, and their leader would be Kakashi, and Naruto and Sasuke would be on the exact same team. And I did forget to mention that the Uchiha Massacre wouldn't actually end up happening. Yeah, that's right. Wouldn't actually end up happening because Kushina would kind of tell Hiruzen to intervene. He's Hokage. He can intervene with these situations. So as the Hokage or as the leader, you could stop this whole situation from happening. Since Danzo is kind of pressuring the Uchiha a bit, As Okage, what should you do? Like, let's just say, let's just have an example here. If you're like a president or prime minister of a country, and like some part of the government is oppressing a city or something, as its leader of the government or something, or prime minister or president, you're gonna try to stop that, of course. And that's exactly what Hiruzen would do in this situation. Unlike he did before, honestly, he just let Danzo do what he wanted, and would sometimes intervene. But yeah, he wouldn't do that in this timeline. He'd actually stop the Uchiha massacre from happening. And since Danzo kind of instigated this to happen, Hiruzen would kind of silence Hiruzen, as the Uchiha massacre wouldn't actually happen. And since it didn't happen, Sasuke doesn't go into his emo phase to try and beat Itachi. But he does have a goal, and that's to beat Naruto. So he is an emo, so he's actually like a normal kid now that is just pretty powerful. But anyways, we move from this. As Naruto would get placed on Team 7, so would Sasuke and Sakura. Yeah, Sakura's still gonna be on the team, even though she's kinda useless. She's still gonna be on the team since she is somewhat gonna be useful when she grows up to be a healer, or a person that's able to use healing ninjutsu. So yeah, healing jutsu or something like that. But anyways, we move from this. As Naruto and Team 7 would end up, basically doing some D-rank missions at the start. But, Naruto would speak up, and so would Sasuke, telling the old man, or Hiruzen, that these missions are way too easy for them, and they need something a little higher. Even just a C rank would do them, or would just be fine. As, well, Kakashi would even agree with this, or Kakashi would vouch for this as well. So Kakashi would have Team 7 doing the actual C rank mission, and of course they did have the introductions like they did in canon. It's the exact same. Only a few people have changed. Sakura's the exact same. Naruto's the exact same, with the addition of saying, "I want to be the most powerful" and all that. But yeah, those encounters are the exact same, so we don't really need to cover that. But Naruto and the rest of Team 7 would end up meeting Tazuna like they did in canon, and Tazuna would end up basically insulting the whole team. But actually, no, he'd only end up actually insulting Sakura, saying, "Do you really think this pink-haired girl is gonna be strong enough to protect me? Do you not think she's just gonna play Barbies or something like that?" Basically insulting him or something like that. Honestly, I don't know. But Tazuna, my apologies. But Tazuna would end up calling her a girl and all that. She is a girl, but end up calling her like a softie or something. I don't know, but Tazuna would insult her pretty badly, and Sakura would try to beat up Tazuna, but no one would really care. But anyways, Tazuna just insulted her pretty badly. I apologize because I can't think of anything right now. But anyways, we move from this, as basically Tazuna would apologize for everything he said yesterday, and would tell them that they should be on their way. As after that, they basically headed over to the Land of Waves to kind of solve this mission. But on their way, they'd end up meeting the Demon Brothers, as they found a puddle on the ground. And Naruto would end up picking up on this, since it's kind of the middle of summer and there was no rain, so how could there be a puddle? So would Kakashi and Sasuke. They'd pick up on this. The only two people who wouldn't is Tazuna and Sakura. So as I was saying, the only two people who wouldn't really notice this is Tazuna and Sakura. As they walk past the puddle, the two demon brothers would end up going for the Jonin and cutting him down, or thinking they cut him down. But they didn't, as Kakashi was just watching from the sidelines. As Naruto and Sasuke would instantly get into battle mode, as both of them would charge at the two demon brothers, as Naruto would take the one on the right and Sasuke would take the one on the left, as both of these two would end up punching their lights out and beating them easily. And Sasuke wouldn't get to say his iconic line saying, "You're right, scaredy cat," or something like that. He wouldn't be able to say that, since Naruto did take up the fight and did beat up the Demon Brothers himself as well. So yeah, we move from this. As Naruto and Sasuke beat up the two demon brothers, and Kakashi would extract information from them and would end up taking them and placing them within a scroll or something. Actually, no, he wouldn't. He just basically wouldn't actually place them in a scroll. He'd just, off them and basically uh, take their heads or something, or just take something that they own to basically present to, people who collect bounties and give money for people who collect bounties. Yeah, he's just collecting their bounties since they're on the bingo book. But anyways, we move from this. As they were traveling to the land of the waves, they'd end up, well, in a foggy area, as Kakashi would feel that something's off. As Tarzan would tell him that, don't worry, it's just a normal occurrence that this place is always so foggy. But, Kakashi would still have his guard up, telling the team that they should also have their guard up. As Naruto would hear rustling in the bushes, as Naruto would instantly like throw a kunai over at the bushes, as a bunny rabbit would come out, as Sakura would start laughing at Naruto, saying, Naruto, why'd you throw a kunai at a rabbit? Are you too nervous? As she starts trying to tease Naruto, but Naruto would say, no, you're wrong. These animals don't come out till these animals don't come out in this season, or this animal doesn't come out this season. As Kakashi would agree, saying, he's right. As Naruto would then realize, a summoning. But then Kakashi would hear whooshing or something swinging, as he'd realize it's coming from behind them, as he'd yell, everyone duck! As he'd take Tazun's head and place it down, or like shove his head to the ground, as he'd tell everyone to duck. As Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura would barely duck in time, as a sword would be stuck on a tree. As you would hear a man laughing on top of that blade, saying, Kakashi the copy ninja. So, you're leading a Genin squad now, huh? Rinne-Hatake. As the person on that blade would be Sabuba. Whoa, I do apologize for that. I kind of mispronounced his name there. I don't know what I was thinking, but anyways, I do apologize. Zabuza, my bad. Zabuza Momoichi was on the sword, as he'd laugh, saying, Kakashi Hatake. So you're leading the Genin squad now. As I'm gonna leave it off there. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. I do apologize for all the stuttering I had, or I did. I do apologize for that. It's been so long since I uploaded a video that I've kind of forgotten how to, or what it feels like to record on a mic. So hopefully I get back into the groove pretty soon. But anyways, hopefully you guys do enjoy. Make sure to like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on another new video. But with all that being said, I'll see you all in the next what if scenario. Peace.